In the final days of 2025, deep inside a top-secret NASA research facility, scientists detected something unusual. Strange radio signals were coming through, not from the far edges of the galaxy, but from within our own solar system. By February 2026, fear had spread across every city in the United States. News channels showed grainy footage of glowing objects above the desert skies of Nevada, Arizona, and New Mexico. As the panic grew, the U.S. government decided to take a danger. The discovery of the alien base in the Pacific Ocean sent shock waves through the halls of power. Until that moment, most believed the invasion. Outside the chambers of power, the world teetered on the edge. Ordinary people had seen enough. Strange lights in the skies, power blackouts, and the terrifying figure that appeared in Phoenix. Some still clung to denial, but most accepted the truth. The invasion was inevitable. Resistance groups formed across the United States. Some prepared weapons, others built bunkers. A few even began worshiping the aliens, believing them to be gods returning to claim their creation. On May 2nd, something extraordinary happened. The alien transmissions that Dr. Carter monitored suddenly shifted. Instead of the cold mathematical pulses, a new layer of encrypted symbols appeared. After days of decoding, her team managed to translate fragments of the message. It wasn't from the Dominion. It was from the same faction as the Protector. The message contained a set of coordinates, this time pointing not to Earth, but to low orbit above the planet. In the early hours of May 9th, a classified shuttle launched from Nevada under the codename Dawnstar. Aboard were Dr. Carter, 2 astronauts, and a small squad of elite soldiers. Their destination: the coordinates hidden in the encrypted alien message. As the shuttle rose into orbit, Earth fell away below them, a blue jewel surrounded by stars. For the first time, Dr. Carter felt the weight of what they were fighting for. Humanity wasn't just defending land or the Protector alien stood before them, tall and luminous, his blue eyes glowing gently. Unlike the Harbinger, he radiated no malice. His voice entered their minds, calm yet commanding. "You came. That means you are willing to fight." Dr. Carter stepped forward, her breath unsteady. "We need answers. Why are you helping us? What do you want from Earth?" The alien lowered his gaze as though searching for the right words. "Long ago, before your species had fire, we watched this world. Some of us saw only resources, but others saw." Back on Earth, the Dawnstar team was hailed as heroes. The message was clear. Not all aliens were enemies. For a brief moment, hope returned. But within the resistance, not everyone was pleased. A secret faction, known only as the Iron Hand, grew louder. They argued that trusting the Protector was suicide, that humanity should rely only on its own strength. In secret bunkers, they began building weapons of their own, using stolen fragments of alien technology, reverse-engineered without oversight. Their leader, Colonel Briggs, made his intentions clear. "If the aliens want to use us in their war, we'll turn their own weapons against them. And if this so-called Protector betrays us, we'll be ready." The seeds of betrayal had been planted. By the end of May, strange new signs appeared in the skies. Enormous shadows drifted across the stars, Dominion ships taking position. The Protector's words echoed in everyone's minds. 2 months. In bunkers, factories, and secret labs, humanity worked desperately to prepare. Plasma rifles, experimental shields, and orbital defense satellites all rushed into production under Project Aegis. Yet for all the progress, the fear remained. Could weapons built in weeks stand against an empire that spanned the stars? Dr. Carter stood on the balcony of the command center one night, watching the stars with quiet dread. She whispered to herself, 2 months. That's all we have. 2 months before the end of the world. And somewhere above, hidden in the void, the Dominion watched and waited. The invasion had not yet begun, but humanity's final chapter was already being written. The first week of June 2026 arrived with a silence that felt unnatural. Around the world, people waited, counting down the days with a mix of fear and defiance. Factories thundered day and night, building weapons from alien blueprints. Soldiers trained in underground facilities. Civilians practiced evacuation drills, though most knew deep down there would be no safe place once the skies burned. Dr. Evelyn Carter barely slept. Project Aegis was moving faster than anyone thought possible, but time was short. In just a few weeks, the Dominion fleet would descend. She spent her nights poring over alien schematics, her days briefing generals, her mind haunted by visions of the pods sleeping beneath the Pacific. But the Dominion didn't wait until July. On the morning of June 6th, satellites detected movement. A massive triangular ship, nearly 20 miles wide, uncloaked itself in low orbit above Earth. Unlike the fleeting appearances before, this one did not vanish. It hovered dark and menacing, blocking out the stars above North America. The invasion had begun early. The ship's presence alone was enough to paralyze the world. But hours later, it acted. Over the deserts of Nevada, a column of white energy lanced downward, vaporizing everything in a 10-mile radius. The ground melted into glass. Entire towns vanished in seconds. News channels broadcast the horror live. Families wept as they watched the Earth itself torn apart. At the Pentagon Command Center, alarms blared. Generals shouted orders. Drones and jets scrambled into the sky. "Engage all assets," General Mason barked. "Get those birds in the air now." A squadron of F-35 fighters streaked toward the ship, their missiles armed. As they closed in, the triangular craft pulsed. In an instant, the jets lost power. Engines died. Cockpits went dark. One by one, they plummeted, fireballs crashing into the desert. Dr. Carter stood frozen, her heart pounding. The weapons of Earth were powerless. Without the Aegis prototypes, they had no chance. In a hidden hangar beneath Colorado, the first plasma cannons had just been completed. The blueprints given by the Protector had been rushed into production, untested, unstable. But there was no time for caution. A rail-mounted cannon was raised onto the surface, aimed toward the orbiting craft. Engineers held their breath as the capacitors charged, glowing with blue-white energy. "Fire!" The cannon roared. A spear of plasma shot into the sky, cutting through the clouds. For a heartbeat, it seemed useless. The beam struck the ship's shimmering shield. But then, for the first time, something happened. The Dominion vessel shuddered. Its shield rippled, fragments of its outer hull burning away.